That I have really been looking forward to interviewing down here at spring training. You know I've been talking an awful lot about Scott Kazmir. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, bud.
When I heard of your signing, I said, really? I wonder if he could make a comeback. I remember when you broke into the majors and I saw you and I said, this guy's got Cy Young written on him.
I thought the same thing.
You've been snake bitten though.
Yes, I have. A lot of bumps along the way, but I'll tell you what, it's made me a better person. I'm talking mature, definitely humbled me. I feel like I'm in a good place now. I feel like I'm getting back to my old ways. I'm feeling excited.
I looked at your bio. All these problems you've had, you've never required surgery.
No. A lot of people think that you know, a lot of things that happened was because of injuries, but it wasn't necessarily because of injuries. It was maybe something that was minor that ended up kind of lingering on and ended up changing my mechanics, and just stuff that came naturally to me just wasn't there anymore. And you know, once I got released in 2011, I was able to kind of take a step back and pretty much kind of start from scratch and go from there. And I feel like that ended up being almost a blessing for me, just to be able to get back to myself again.
And speaking of being back to yourself again, no problems now?
No problems at all. Feeling healthy, ready to go.
They're telling me that the ball's coming out of your hand real lively.
It is. It's actually, it feels like it's coming out even more smooth than even in my best years with Tampa. Just everything feels like it's coming together. My mechanics, my delivery just feels very solid, very smooth.
And you're, what, still 29, right?
Just turned 29, yep.
Yeah. Boy, if you could make it. I mean, you're off to a very good start this spring, too.
It feels good. I mean, I don't want to get too high right now.
Don't jinx yourself.
Exactly, but you know, everything's going well right now. I'm happy where I'm at.
What'd they tell you when they signed you? Because again, I said, hey, what if Scott can regain? My goodness, and the fact, I mean, I don't think it matters. The 5 best pitchers should make the major league team going north, but the fact that you're a lefty, I'd love to see you make it from that regard too. Well,
coming to this team was actually. You know, it's kind of funny how everything kind of evolved. I ended up playing winter ball in Puerto Rico this past December, and Edwin Rodriguez was my manager, which is a AA manager for the Indians. And, you know, that kind of opened up the lines of communication with everything, and Tito ended up reaching out to me during my time there and told me the situation, and it just seemed like a good fit. You know, I always wanted to play for Tito. You know, that's a guy that any player would want to play for. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm in a good situation.
And certainly this spring, it's an extended spring. You feel that benefits you to get back in the groove because of the World Baseball Classic?
I think so. It's definitely a lot more games, a lot more reps I can get in, and you know, it's just going to take advantage of it.
Are you still throwing the same pitches?
Got a couple more pitches in my repertoire, I guess. Something when you have, I guess, 60% of your stuff for the past couple of years, you got to kind of make up some stuff. So I feel like now my changeup has definitely gotten a lot better, and been developing a curveball along with my slider and, you know, 2-seam and 4-seam fastball. So. It feels like I have a lot more in my tool bag, as you say.
You know, the changeup, what a great... Trevor Hoffman made a career of it.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, you know, what Verlander does, that curveball's a devastating pitch that he has. But, I mean, a great major league changeup is such an out pitch.
It really is, especially when, you know, you work off your fastball a lot. You're able to kind of keep them honest when you have a good changeup like that. You can't just you know, hitters will definitely sit on pitches when they know what's coming and stuff like that. So if you're able to throw a pitch that looks just like your fastball, just to keep them honest, you know, it just opens up so many things, and really you're able to get quick outs that way.
You know, Scott, another thing with experience with pitchers is the confidence factor of throwing your breaking stuff, your off-speed stuff when you're behind in the count.
Yep. That just comes with, like you said, confidence. You know, you do it over and over. It almost just doesn't matter what count you're in. You could be in a 3-ball count, and if you feel confident throwing a curveball, they're definitely not expecting it. That's something to where you know, if you feel confident you could throw for a strike, it'll definitely play to your advantage.
You know, it's fun being in this camp because we needed to do something, needless to say, the Indians organization, and boy, did the front office do just that this offseason.
Yeah, it was definitely a big off season for the organization, that's for sure. You know, a lot of guys that are in the clubhouse now, it kind of has that feel of the Rays kind of back in the day, where everyone's young, everyone's hungry and excited. Just a very loose group.
And you know, from a pitching standpoint, what the Indians have done with this outfield, that's got to bring a smile to you guys' faces, because they can pick it up and go get them. It may be before all is said and done this season. I don't want to jinx them any more than, you know, we were talking earlier, but that may turn out to be the best defensive outfielder in the majors.
I think so. They're definitely the fastest. You know, you feel a lot more comfortable when you're a pitcher and you end up getting behind the count, and you have outfielders like that. You just, you know, put the ball in there, keep it low, and just have the outfielders go right up and get it. It's definitely something where you feel confident about throwing a certain pitch behind the count with those guys out there.
Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Our women viewers would not have allowed me to complete this interview without asking you that, so I hope you're not offended.
No, not at all.
Scott, I can't tell you how much I shouldn't say this, because, again, I want the Indians to be the best possible team, and I don't have any, you know, Matsuzaka and Huff and all, Corey Kluber and all the other guys fighting for a spot in this, young Trevor Bauer, all the other guys fighting for a spot. But when we signed you, I sincerely mean this. I remembered you so vividly when you broke in, and I said, this kid's got Cy Young potential. So I have to say it, I'm really cheering for you to make this rotation.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Scott Kazmir.